Morning, teacher. Today I'm going to talk about my corpus infography. The title is Exploring the Collocational and the Semantic Patterns of the Mental and the Performance in American English. First, I will introduce introduction part. This study is based on the AME6 corpus, a large-scale collection of written text representing contemporary American English. By focusing on the terms mental and performance, this research delves into the collocational behavior and the semantic properties of these terms, shedding light on their evaluative connotations in American English language usage. Research background and the importance of corpus linguistics in modern language study lies in its ability to provide large-scale empirical insights into the structure and the usage of language. By analyzing lexical collocations and semantic prosody, researchers can identify patterns in language use that reveal subtle shifts in meaning and connotation. Previous studies have shown that both lexical collocations and semantic prosodies are key to understanding the deeper meanings behind words, especially when these words carry cultural, psychological, or social implications. The significance of this study. The research is significant for several reasons. First is understanding collocational preferences. By identifying the most frequent collocations of mental and performance, we can better understand how these terms are used in various domains such as health, education, and business. As number two, semantic prosody in contemporary English. The study also examined how these terms evaluated connotation shift depending on their usage, which is crucial for understanding the broader social and cultural implication embodied in the language. Number three is the practical implications. The findings can be useful in fields such as psychology, education, and even marketing, where understanding the emotional and cultural weight of specific terms can influence communication strategies. Now let's talk about the objectives. Objective one I choose is to identify the five most frequent lexical collocations associated with the terms mental and performance in AME6. Objective two is to analyze the semantic properties of terms mental and performance by codifying the collocational preferences, determining their dominant evaluative connotations like positive, neutral, negative in AME6. And now let me introduce the course description. The AME6 corpus is a balanced and comprehensive corpus of approximately 1 million words representing written American English as it was used in 2006. This corpus is carefully created to offer diverse and well-rounded representation of the language, making it an ideal resource for linguistic research. It includes a wide variety of sources, such as news articles, academic writing, fiction and literary texts, magazine, and general prose. The AME6 corpus includes both formal and informal registers, ensuring a balanced and representative sample of language across different contexts. This diversity allows for announced analysis for language use, covering both structured academic writing and cultural, conversational experience. Such a varied data set is particularly valuable for analyzing the collocational behavior and semantic property of terms like mental and performance, providing insights into how these words are used across different contexts, from academic and professional setting to a media and everyday conversation. And now let's talk about the methodology part. The objective one, I use the methodology is to use end-doc collocase features to extract the high-frequency collocase of mental and performance, selecting the top 5 common lexical collocases. And about the objective two, based on the high-frequency collocase extracted in objective one, we will further use end-doc KWIC feature to analyze the semantic properties of the collocase. The specific steps are as follows. The first step is extracting collocational context. Use the KWIC2 to extract the context of each high-frequency collocate and observe how mental and performance are used in different contexts. And number two is sentiment classification. By analyzing the content of each collocate, manually categorized is evaluated connotation like positive, negative, or neutral. For example, if mental illness appears in the negative context, it will be classified having negative semantic property. If performance measures are used in a formal evaluation, it will be considered neutral in the semantic property. And now let's talk about the result part. The result of objective 1 is collocation analysis. The results from objective 1 identify the top 5 most frequent lexical collocates for the terms mental and performance in the AME6 corpus. These high-frequency collocates provide insight into the most common contexts in which these words appear. The mental collocates including illness, disorder, physical health accounts. The term mental predominantly co-occurs with words that are commonly associated with negative or health-related contexts such as illness, disorder, or physical. This association indicates that mental is often used to describe conditions or states related to mental health issues. And the performance collocates include schools, student measures, level school, and the analysis about this is the term performance appear frequently with educational and evaluative terms like school, student measures, and level. This suggests that performance is predominantly used in contexts related to education, assessment, and evaluation. This focus on the metric and evaluation reflects its common usage in formal contexts, particularly in academic settings. And now let's talk about the objective 2, the result of objective 2. The semantic property analysis of mental. Number 1, history of mental illness. It is negative. This collocation strongly indicates the close association between mental and mental health issues and emphasizes historical mental health problems, typically carrying a strong negative connotation, pointing to mental or psychological disorders. And the number 2 is importance of the mental disorder. It is also negative. The context of this phrase highlights the connection between mental and the importance of mental disorders. Further deepening is negative semantic prosody. Its usage reflects a description of mental illness importance, usually with a negative evaluation. And number 3 is accounts of mental and the psychological breakdown. It also means negative. This collocation emphasizes the mental struggles and cries through breakdown, indicating mental and physical collapse or dysfunction, confirming its negative semantic prosody. And number 4 is cost of physical and mental health care. It's a neutral. While mental here is related to healthcare, it doesn't carry any direct emotional connotation, but neutrally indicates the need for mental health care. The neutral context reflects a discussion of cost and social demands. And number 5 is greater mental quickness and weight. It is positive. This phrase associates with mental with cognitive ability or quick wit, generally conveying a positive connotation, particularly when discussing mental ability or sharpness. It conveys a positive image, emphasizing intelligence or mental abilities. Now let's turn to the semantic property analysis of performance. Number 1 is just performance and undermine the distinction is neutral. Here, performance is paired with jazz, and while it describes a performance context, the collocation and the mind suggests the change to some traditional boundary, making it appear to more neutral, describing a change rather than emotional variable. Number 2 is the school level performance vary across schools is neutral. This is a typical academic evaluation usage indicating variations in performance levels across schools. It aims to describe data and differences without conveying any clear emotional connotation. Therefore, it is categorized as a neutral prosody. Number 3 is 2 measures of performance are very important. It is positive. In this context, performance is emphasized as an important evaluation criterion, suggesting its value and impact in a particular domain. This usage conveys a positive emotional connotation, highlighting the importance of performance. Number 4 is overall performance of radiation protection programs. It is neutral. This colloquy describes the overall performance of a radiation protection program, providing an objective evaluation of the program's effectiveness with no clear emotional connotation. First, it's classified as a neutral prosody. And number 5 is student performance. Conclude that, and it is neutral. This phrase reflects standard academic evaluation. Performance as an academic criterion is typically used to describe student grades or behavior, and the test does not carry significant emotional evaluation, therefore it is considered neutral. For the conclusion, so the semantic prosody analysis of mental and performance, it is evident that mental is most often associated with negative context, particularly when paired with terms related to mental health issues. On the other hand, performance predominantly is with neutral prosody, although it occasionally takes a positive connotation in related context, especially when highlighting the importance of performance in academic or professional settings. Okay, and that is my video. Thank you.